Hey y'all, what's up? It's Kristen, and I'm finally back with another plan with me. This is my 7th time recording this intro, and I don't know, every single time I do it, I cringe. I don't remember what my original introduction used to be. Um, I feel like it was something similar, something along those lines. Then I would always be like, and if you don't like cussing, then, that's not your cup of tea. Like, I don't remember. But I am unemployed now, so I no longer have to watch myself. So for those reasons, if you don't like cussing, fuck off. That's what I've always wanted to say. However, I never was able to because there was always those people in my comment section that would be like, "Oh my god, you're a teacher. Like that's crazy that you use that language." You know, like as if that was the most offensive thing I would do in the classroom. Like as if I would use that type of language in the classroom. I'm going to let you know right now, when I was a teacher, the most offensive thing I would do that as a parent you would be upset about is I would crop dust your kids all day long. All fucking day long. I had lasagna for lunch, guaranteed crop dusting your children every single day. And then I would walk past a table and I'd be like, oh my goodness, you guys, I don't know if we're going to go outside for recess because it is smelly in here. And then I would spray brain juice, quote unquote brain juice, which was just for breeze. And that is the most offensive thing that I would do in the classroom. I swear to you, it is not the idea that I have the same mind in the classroom, outside of the classroom, and I just happen to cuss when I'm not in the class. That's not the most offensive thing I could do. That didn't translate very well, but in my head it made a lot of sense, so just imagine that you were in my head, and I'm pretty sure you understood what I was trying to say. Anyways, besides the point, I'm no longer a teacher. Lots of big things going on, lots of big changes, lots of life updates, so I'm going to use the time that I put all this in, like I'm laying down the base of the kit. I'm going to use that time to kind of catch you guys up, and then I'm going to attempt to remember where all these stickers are from, but I'm going to let you know right now. I'm very rusty. I make poor decisions throughout this entire video. Poor decisions the entire way. It took me, if you can believe, this is actually sped up. This footage right here. This is sped up, and I'm still going so slow. I remember in my prime, flashback, I remember in my prime on this channel, I would film a video, and it would only take me maybe 47 minutes to film it. Full spreads. I would know where everything was. I remembered exactly what I had, where the scripts were, how I had everything organized, what I owned, what I didn't, how I wanted it to lay out, how I wanted it to layer. I remember all of that shit. And it would take me 45 minutes tops to lay down a spread, and then I would just pop this bitch in my computer and just get it uploaded. Rock and roll, right? I am embarrassed at the amount of time it took me to make this video. Nay, to make this intro on the voiceover. I'm petrified, truly. It's alarming. I don't really know. I don't really know what was going on. I think it took me about roughly 2 hours to get down this kit. And I didn't even do Saturday and Sunday because it's Friday when I'm doing the voiceover, so those days haven't happened yet. It took me an astonishing 47 seconds to figure out what today's date was. I'm not gonna lie. I was so embarrassed. I was like, wait, what's today's date? Okay, well, let me look at my planner. Wait, this is my planner. Wait, it's undated. How do I find out the date? It was very embarrassing. And was I going to ask for help? No. Did I, look over my shoulder to my boyfriend who was playing the Xbox behind me and kind of longingly stare at him and hope that he would just tell me what the fucking date was? Absolutely. Did he? Absolutely not. That's the relationship we have, and I appreciate it. I do. He lets me struggle so that way I can thrive. And if that isn't feminism, I don't know what is. That's very sweet. Thank you, honey. Thank you, dear. Love that. Love that vibe for us. I'm going to get rocking and rolling here. I got a lot of updates. And I genuinely feel like they're not going to take that much time to talk about because I'm not going to go into extreme detail with them. I'll just kind of let it spill off the tongue. Just roll off the tongue. That's what I meant to say, not spill off the tongue. That's so uncomfortable. I don't know. I'm feeling a little rusty. I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. And to be honest, I feel like I'm on a first date with myself. I also am very concerned about the pitch of my voice. I don't know if I should be up here, in my higher range, really excited to talk about shit. But then at the same time, this isn't the voice I used to use. I have different voices. I'm a Leo. I have multiple personalities. It's fine. But I feel like my genuine voice is somewhere between here and, kind of somewhere up here. I don't know. It's a range. But I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. I feel like that's not important. I don't know. Life updates. That's where I was going with that. But I was very concerned with the tone of my voice. Absolutely. I feel like my voice is going to sound different from this video versus the last video that I ever posted. And I'm going to need somebody to go back and watch that other video and then click back on this one and comment. Tell me if you can hear the anxiety leaving my body. I need to know that because I genuinely want to tell everyone when I was filming consistently, and consistently is a very loose term, but when I was filming and posting consistently, I had a lot of built up anxiety. And on top of that, I had a very stressful job and probably the most stressful year, as everybody I'm sure will attest to. You know, COVID, not a friend, not a good guy, you know, or girl, or non-binary. I don't know. Not a good time overall. So I previously worked in education. I say previously because I am no longer a teacher. But I previously worked in education, and it was pretty hard because I was constantly having to adjust. And technically, I was a first-year teacher at that point, so I don't know. Like, I had a very stressful year, and on top of that, like, putting out videos and making content and making it unique and making it something I was proud of was very time-consuming. And I already had a time-consuming job, and I felt like I had a responsibility to my students over my platform. Ew, my platform? What is that? What is that? Not my platform, but like my socials. I just felt like I had more of a responsibility to my class and to my kiddos and to my school at the time, because even though I knew it was going to be the most trying year for me in education as a teacher, I didn't want my kids to know that, and I didn't want my kids to have a difficult year. So I stepped aside, I put this away, and I really just focused on my classroom, and this year kicked my ass. Like, I have been through the ringer this year, and honestly, like, it took me to the point where my mental health was not okay, but I had to pretend like it was because I needed my kids to finish with a good year and to finish with a good, enthusiastic, and bubbly teacher. And I wanted them to see how much I loved and cared for them, and I didn't think that they would see that, you know, if I had let my mental health physically affect me. So with that being said, that took a dark turn, and I'm sorry, but I felt like I've always been really honest on my channel, and I'm going to continue to do that. I'm just a really honest person. But that's kind of what happened. Life kind of caught up with me, and I've never been really good with dealing with things or kind of talking about them. So I think for me, when I realized like I had to step away from teaching, that was so hard. It took me like 3 or 4 months going back and forth, and me talking to literally everyone I know about whether that was a good idea for me or if that was something that I could even do and not feel guilty about. But ultimately, it's what had to be done. And I stepped away from teaching, and now I have this time between summer and finding out what I want to do, if I want to go back into teaching, if I don't, if I want to step away and go into a different career, whatever it is, I have this time, and I know, well, there are a lot of things I don't know. Like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to go back into teaching. I don't know if I'm ready to even think about those things. I don't know if I'm kind of just going through a phase. I don't know if it's just burnout. Like, there are a lot of things that I don't know. But the one thing I do know is that I am finally ready to put my mental health first. And I'm very excited about it, to be honest. Like, I've always been very fortunate, and I've been able to kind of get through things on my own with the support of my friends and family. And so I've been really fortunate in that. And I'm not saying my friends and family aren't helping me now. They definitely are. They're great people, and I'm happy to have them with me. But I think for the first time, I was able to put my foot down and kind of say, you know, I understand I have a responsibility to my kids and to my class, but I have a responsibility to myself, and I need to take care of me first before I can try and help take care of other people. And I've never been able to do that. I was always a yes man when it comes to work. When it comes to other parts of my life, I'm like, nah, fuck you. Like, I can say no so fast. You know, no means no. However, in my work life, I've never been able to do that because I've just always been, I don't know, like, I've just always been the person where I always have to hustle. And I feel like if I say no, then like I'm not hustling hard enough. You know, like, I don't know. Anyways, pause. I'm going to put a pause on that. I want you guys to see the dumb fuckery that I just did. What the fuck kind of layering is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? What am I doing? I don't know. I sat there and I paused for like 2 minutes off camera and I was like, do I leave this? Do I leave this here? This idiotic decision? Do I rip it up? Do I like ultimately I decided to leave it for one reason and one reason only. I wanted to remember that I'm ridiculous. I was looking for a better word than what I was originally going to say. I needed to remember that I'm ridiculous. And honestly, that was very humbling. I thought I was going to be able to just jump back in and be like, plan, foil here, sprinkle this there, layer that bitch there, hexagon here. No, that was a humbling moment for me. And it was the very first thing I ever did. And I was like, interesting. There were a lot of ways that I could have made that better. There were so many ways. There are actually an infinite number of ways that I could have made that better. That's probably one of the worst ways that I possibly could have put that Keurig sticker down. It's fine, and I'm gonna keep it because it makes me laugh. But I was just like, what the fuck is that? Anyways, that's all. I'm really not going to talk too much about my plans because I genuinely feel like they're just unoriginal. I had a pretty uneventful week. I've moved into a new house, which is cool. Paco and I are still together. We're not engaged yet, friends. I have a strong inkling that it is coming soon, for a few reasons. One, I know it's coming soon because I constantly ask Paco every day if I'm going to be engaged or not, because I need to know, because I have to shave my knuckles. So I need to know. Most of the time he just rolls his eyes at me, but lately he's just been telling me straight up, he's like, not today. And I'm like, bet. So I genuinely feel like he's, something is happening. He's in cahoots with someone. He is working on it. We are figuring things out. There is a plan in motion. I'm just not a part of it. So that's one. And then two, my best friends both stopped sharing their locations with me. And I wouldn't have thought anything of it, honestly. Oh my God, that's crooked as fuck. I wouldn't have thought anything of my friends not sharing their location with me, except my one friend. He's so sweet. I don't know. He's like such an idiot, but like a sweet idiot, And whenever he stopped sharing his location with me, he texted me individually and was like, trust the process, girly. And I was like, first of all, did you just girly me? And why are you not texting in the group chat? This is very uncomfortable. This feels like very two-faced to be texting me individually and not in the group chat. So I don't know. But I feel like something's happening. I'm trying not to think into it because I do want to have that like moment and not overthink it and not, not be myself and overthink it. So we're going to see if that happens. And obviously if it does and when it does, I will let you know. Hopefully I will still be consistently posting. I doubt it, but we'll see. I always say I'm back, and this time I'm back for real. And then I like only post 2 videos and then I stop. It's kind of my thing. I'm hoping that I'm going to be a little bit better than that this time around because I just have more time. And this is something that used to bring me a lot of joy until it got really stressful. But ultimately, I just wanted to come back to this because it brought me so much joy. Like I would remember I would have really tough days where my administration wasn't being supportive and, my kids were not growing the way that I wanted them to. And I don't know, like I would just have really hard days, but I would, log into Instagram. This sounds so ridiculous. I would log into Instagram, and when I would go through y'all's messages, it really truly made my day, just seeing how you guys would tell me like, oh my gosh, I just watched your video and you made me laugh so hard. Like that stuff really, it brought a good light into my life at a time where I felt really closed off from the world. So I don't know, like I wanted to kind of get back to that and just remind myself that it's okay to do things for me. And this is one of those things that I used to do for me all the time. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for me. Here I am. Okay, let me think. What other life updates do we have? I am not a teacher. I'm into a house. My puppy. Oh my goodness. I think the last video I posted might have been, or like one of the last videos might have been about how I got a new puppy. His name is Finn. He is no longer a little puppy. He is ginormous. He's like 65 pounds, I think. But he's like 10 months old and he's so sweet. Absolutely afraid of everything. Like you name it, boxes, spatulas, like fucking, I don't know, ceiling fans, like terrified of everything. But he is such a good boy and he is so sweet. I adore him. I adore him. He definitely has that like COVID puppy separation anxiety thing that people keep talking about. Definitely him. Like he always has to be in the room with either myself or Paco, but he is phenomenal. He's such a cutie patootie. I absolutely adore him. But yeah, Paco and I have our own house now. It's not technically ours yet. His dad is living with us until he like retires, and then he eventually wants to move. So right now, Paco and I are kind of just like renovating this house to be exactly the way we want it to be, and we're really fortunate that, you know, eventually this house is going to be fully ours, which is really cool. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We just moved in, I think, last Thursday. So yeah, like a week ago. And it's been absolutely crazy. Like we still have to go back to the apartment and we still have to clean it out and try and get that security deposit. But genuinely, I don't give a fuck about the security deposit. Like I couldn't care fucking less. I don't even remember how much it was. And we had 2 dogs in that apartment. Like I really don't care. I feel like there's no amount of magic erasers that are going to repair the carpet damage that my 2 children have caused. They get bored, they chew, and there's nothing I can do. So that's my new poem. They get bored, they chew, and there's nothing I can do. Thank you. Terrible. I don't know. I'm not the best with jokes right now because I genuinely feel so awkward. Like I said, like I feel like I'm on a first date with myself, and I just like, I'm like trying to make a good impression. Like I'm hoping I'm funny. I hope you like me. I hope you see my personality. Like I hope I get a second date. I don't know. It's just really weird. I didn't think that I would be filming videos again, so I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to think of like other life updates. I feel like there has to be other things. They're just like not coming to my brain because, you know, that's life. Let me think. Oh my god, I just opened up my planner midway and there's a freaking Starbucks gift card in here. Dope. Oh my god, I don't know if you can hear that, but those are my 2 children. They are protecting me. Thank you so much, children. Those are my sons. I don't know. Life is just absolutely crazy. I went on Instagram Live today, and that was so much fun. So much fun. I think the only person that I've really stayed connected with through the community while I was on hiatus was Jessica from Letters to Apollo. That's my girl. I don't know. We have like this bond that will never die, and I love her. But I like when I say stay connected, we really only text like maybe once in a while, but whenever we do, or we always end up FaceTiming, and we FaceTime for like hours and just catch each other up on life. But she's just one of those friends that I know that no matter what the circumstance, if I pick up the phone and I call her because I need her, that she's going to answer, and she'll drive her ass like way on the opposite end of town to come and get me for whatever reason. But yeah, so I got on Instagram Live with her today because I really wanted to reconnect with the community, but I was embarrassed. I was like, what if I get on Instagram Live and no one fucking comes? Like, or what if I get on Instagram Live and I don't know what to talk about and I look like one of those people that these TikTokers are making fun of where they're like, I'm just going to wait for a few more people to hop on. Thanks. You know, like, I don't know. That's so awkward. So I told her, I was like, let's get on Instagram Live together. And she's always down, which I love. Got on, and it was so good. It felt so nice to talk to some of you guys. I saw so many friends join the live that I would talk to pretty much like weekly when I was active in the community, like Krista and Heather and Ilza and Joe, and I don't know, there were just so many people that joined, and I don't know, it just made me realize that I really missed you guys and I missed the community. And when I posted that I was going to make a video today, the amount of people that replied to my story saying that they're so hype, I genuinely hope that I am not letting you down with this video. I promise, I promise that I will eventually not be so rusty and the videos won't be so slow. But at the very least, I hope I can kind of entertain you with the voiceovers as I always have, because that's always my ultimate goal. I kind of just want you guys to log into my videos. Log in? What the fuck is this, RoomScape? Ew, not log in. Like, I just want you to be able to click into my videos. That's what I meant. Watch the ads. I'm so sorry. I tried to like laugh it off like I wasn't serious, but I was. Please watch the ads. The 3 cents a view is very crucial for me. Please do it. Just kidding. Anyways, but I wanted to create a space on my channel where whenever y'all, so sorry, I did not mean to genderfy everybody, whenever y'all click into my videos, that you smile at least once. Like, that's always my ultimate goal. Even when I first started my channel, I remember my friends were like, why are you going to make videos of this? And I'm like, because I think that I can bring something different to the community. And I think that although I love all of the planner Instagram girls, the planner influencer girls, I really do. Sometimes when I listen to your voiceovers, I have to mute. I really truly do, because I cannot hear about how beautiful and delicate something else is for the 5th time, or how your iced matcha latte was, absolutely perfect for the 5th time. I can't do it. So that was my ultimate goal, like coming in, is I wanted to make something different. I wanted to bring a smile to someone's face each day. I feel like I almost shouldn't say that. I kind of wish I didn't just say that, but I'm not going to go back and delete it because that would require a lot of editing and I don't feel like doing that. But I think every person who makes videos brings something different to the community. And I think one thing that I'm really proud of is that so many people reach out to me saying that I make them laugh. And that's something that I love to do, because my dad, my life hero, my favorite thing about him is how he can make any situation hilarious. Like literally any situation, he will always make me laugh. And that's always been something I've admired about him since I was little. And I think that's probably the very first thing I ever noticed about him, was that my dad was really funny. And I don't know, like I want to be able to be that person too. Like I want people to think of me and be like, oh yeah, Kristen, she's really funny. So that's the goal. However, it's not something I push. So if you don't think I'm funny, 100% let me know. Let me know. The comment section is free game, y'all. I'll never delete a comment. I won't do that. Like I'm not that type of person. I feel like if you guys give me the platform on my videos to speak my mind and say what I want and what I think is funny and what I think is right, then at the very least in the comment section, you should be allowed to tell me if you think my hands are ugly or that I should have shaved my knuckles. Like, I don't care. But yeah, that's that. I really don't know if I have any major life updates. I feel like I haven't changed all that much. It's just life has just been going on in the meantime. And I don't know. I'm really excited to catch up with everybody. I'm really excited for that. That's probably the thing I'm most looking forward to. Because when I hopped on Instagram, I think I hopped on for the first time on Thursday, I want to say. But when I got on, I realized that the community had completely evolved. Like, I don't know, it's just so different. Like, I already posted on my stories, the one thing that I noticed the most is like the floral overload. And I say overload because it's not my cup of tea. It's just not my style. I've never been into florals like my whole life. Like, I think florals are pretty, obviously. I think, flowers are timeless. But like florals, floral patterns, floral decor, not really my vibe. And that's okay. That is a-okay if it's your vibe. 100% it's totally cool with me. I'm not stirring the pot. I simply just thought it was a lot. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. I really truly did. I understood. I understand. I understew. Okay? I know it's a thing. I'm aware. It's just not a thing for me. And then there's like so many things that are happening with the community. Like formats are completely different now. And I don't know, like I feel like there's just a lot of trends that I missed. And then there are some things that I still like that I am no longer seeing, which I'm kind of disappointed in. But yeah, I don't know, like I'm kind of just really anxious to get to know what everyone's doing. And I think in the video after this one, what I want to post, one, I want to get back into the mystery mail series. I really, really loved filming those videos. Those are so much fun to do. But I feel bad because there are like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know. There's a lot of shops that reached out to me to do the mystery mail series. And I actually have some of those packages that I still haven't opened. And let me know if you guys want to see them. They're definitely not going to be in-season kits, I'm pretty sure. But obviously I don't know. Like I don't know what is in there. And I doubt that half of these things would still be available in the shops. But for the sake of the video, if you want to see me do it, I can. I still have about 2 or 3 packages, or I can try and reach out to some shops. But honestly, if I was a shop owner and I saw myself reaching out, I'd be like, fuck you. You literally ghosted me. Like, you ghosted the community for 10 months. Like, fuck off. That's what I would think. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I definitely want to get mystery mail videos back out, and I want to film a video where I go to like my favorite shops' websites and I kind of just react to the things that they've been putting out since I've been gone. I feel like that would be really fun just because I have no clue what's been going on. Like I know a little bit of the things that Jessica from Letters to Apollo has put out because I'm still in her email newsletter. But like as far as the big shops like SPC, Letters to Apollo, Sadie stickers. Who else is pretty big? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Two Little Bees. I don't know. Like all this stuff, I have no clue. Like I think Plana Hannah is pretty big now because she does like the underlays, the foiled underlays in like different shapes and colors. I remember she was taking off right when I left. So I feel like 10 months from now she has to progress. I feel like her shop is probably huge now. I want to know. I want to know. And more importantly, I want to know what everybody is doing with their rebrands. I feel like every motherfucker has a new logo, and I came into this bitch confused. I was very confused. I was like, who the hell is this? What's with the minimalistic logos? I felt like when people took color out of their logos, that really threw me for a loop, okay? I'm going to need you to put the colors back in because that was my identifier when I would go and watch your stories, okay? Number one person that I remember, I don't know why this is the number one logo that I can remember, but Nightingale Paper Co. I remember her logo so clearly with the light purple and blue watercolor swatch, and there's like, I don't know, like she had like little, I don't fucking remember, okay? I thought I remembered a lot clearer than I did. It's a little blurry to be honest, but I remember that color, and I would always watch her stories because she was a hustler and she was in school, and I really liked listening to her talk about her school work-life balance. Like I thought that was cool. Thought it was cool that she was just fucking hustling. I don't know, but I remember that. But some people have really changed it up on me, and I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying I would have liked a heads up, okay? Okay. Would have liked to know if there was like a good switch up there. I will say thank you SPC for being consistent and keeping the same logo. Thank fucking God, because I couldn't imagine. Like, what if SPC did a switch up and their logo was like neon yellow? Like, imagine. I'm gonna pause. That way you can envision that. Cindy Crawford vibes, right? I don't know, y'all. But I think that would be a cool video, and then I really want to sit down and like really think about a new series that I could start, if not mystery mail, just because I don't want to be disrespectful to the shops that I inadvertently ended up, admittedly I ghosted them, so I'm sorry, but I had life happen. I already explained myself. I said my piece. I'm moving on from there. But if you have ideas, please message me. I'd love to implement. I already know people are going to be like, oh, collab with people, collab with so-and-so. Personally, I never understood collabs. I did them for clout. In the beginning, I did them for clout. I won't tell a lie. I did it for clout. But at this point, like after I had done so many collab videos, I felt like they were just unoriginal. Like I didn't understand the purpose of them unless you were doing them with somebody that's your actual friend. Answering the same questions is just really redundant, and I don't know, like it was kind of weird. So when I started to find a more creative outlet, like with mystery mail, that's where I was the happiest. So I kind of want to get back to that. I want to find something that's similar, if not the same, or an extension of, like, I don't know, I think it would be cool. Like maybe I do a mystery mail and I send one of you who watch my videos like $25, and then you send me a package with that money, and then I'll use whatever you send me. Does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a good idea. I might have to run with that. I don't know. But I'm wrapping up here. I'm finishing up the spread. I really like how this spread came out. I don't think it's my best work, but I don't think it's half bad. I thought it was pretty good for my first time back. It looks really beautiful, as do all my Letters to Apollo kits. But, whatever. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!